Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Granite Staters head to polls for primary election. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
Moderator in Nashua described the turnout as a steady trickle. Here at Ward 1 in Manchester, as you take a live look, they are doing a lot better. The moderator here says by the time all is said and done, the turnout could approach 50%. In Manchester, the polls opened for the primary right at 6 a.m., and there was a steady stream of voters initially, a pattern that was repeated elsewhere.
We had a steady turnout this morning when the polls opened. We're expecting probably a pretty steady turnout, but more higher on the Democrat side.
Experts say that's because there are more tightly contested races for Democrats. In the 1st Congressional District alone, there are 11 candidates. But despite that, by 8 o'clock, the morning rush was gone in Merrimack, but not the passion for those turning out.
This is the United States of America. People died for this freedom to vote, so here we are. We're voting.
Overall, about 90,000 Republicans and 90,000 Democrats are expected to cast ballots. That would be a record for Democratic turnout in a midterm primary. And while some say the primaries aren't that important, Chris Laidlaw would disagree.
And if you don't have your say here, everyone complained last year about, oh, the candidates are terrible. Well, if you want to fix that, you got to start here.
In Nashua, the turnout was also sparse, but Cinda So Weeks was one of those who made it to the polls, bringing her 2 young children.
I think voting and expressing who you would like to lead you and what values you stand behind is a way of showing, that you care about your community and are invested in its well-being.
Now, before casting your vote, you will need to show a photo ID or fill out a challenge voter affidavit and have your photo taken as you take a live look once again at Ward 1 here. And a reminder, if you're not registered to vote, you can do that at your polling place. Reporting live in Manchester, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, thank you. And there you go on that report. And a reminder, polls close at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and or at 7:30 as well. 7:30 p.m., 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Polls will be closing, and then we will be having special coverage starting at 8 p.m. right here on the Riley King Network. We will start bringing coverage to you, and once all those results come in, we will have coverage of that. So join us right here on the Riley King Network this evening. Man accused of strangling, beating girlfriend's puppy to death. A Lowell man was in court Tuesday accused of killing his girlfriend's puppy. Jeremy, 31, was arraigned on animal cruelty and threats to Peabody District Court. Jeremy brought the 5-month-old golden retriever puppy to Bulger Animal Hospital in North Andover on Saturday, saying the pup was having seizures and hit his head, according to a police report. Veterinarians examined the dog, said its injuries, which include large bruises on its neck and shoulders, were inconsistent with a seizure and appeared to be the result of being beaten, according to the police report. One of the bruises almost appeared to be a handprint around the rear of the dog's neck, a police report said. The dog's owner said it had been with her boyfriend, Jeremy, and he told her he smacked the dog when it misbehaved. She said he had previously hit the dog when it urinated in the wrong place, the police report said. When questioned, Jeremy told police that the dog had a seizure. He was unsure why the dog had bruises on it and that he did not hit the dog. Jeremy was held without bail pending dangerousness hearing. Cruise ship headed for Bahamas was diverted to Portland due to Hurricane Florence. Let's take a listen to that video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Introducing Spectrum Mobile. The best network, the best devices, the best value. Get it now with our unlimited data plan for $45 a line, or our buy the gig plan for $14 a gig. All with unlimited talk and text and no contracts. Click to learn more.
On Oceana's Insignia probably were packing their swimsuits and flip-flops as they thought their vacation was going to be going to Bermuda. Instead, they got a cruise up north, docking here in Portland for 2 days, all thanks to Hurricane Florence. Those on board this cruise ship were dreaming of palm trees and sandy beaches. Instead, they've explored Nova Scotia and today Portland due to Hurricane Florence.
We weren't supposed to come here, we were supposed to go to Bermuda.
The Richmonds were just some on board the Insignia Oceana who have spent a few days in St. John and New Brunswick, stopping here in Portland before going on to New York City later this week. This isn't the only cruise ship to be rerouted due to the hurricane. The Norwegian Dawn that left from Boston 3 days ago went north to Nova Scotia and will be in Bar Harbor. A spokesperson for the cruise company says, "Our onboard team is prepared to ensure the best vacation experience possible given these weather-related necessary changes. We will continue to closely monitor the storm and provide additional updates as they become available." Some, like the Richmonds, say they were a bit bummed to be missing out on Bermuda, which they've already visited 4 other times, but they've had fun on the ship and are enjoying seeing a new city.
I think my wife was a little disappointed, and yeah, so was I. But this has been a great port. Just around shopping up the way and back down. So.
How do you describe it? Good city?
Oh yeah, great city. We like it. It's very nice, clean. We enjoyed it.
And it's not just these big boats that are being impacted. The Catamaran Cat that runs from here in Portland to Nova Scotia has also canceled their runs today as well as tomorrow, anticipating some rough weather because of Hurricane Florence. In Portland, I'm Mary Kate Mannion, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Tuesday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the green and went up. U.S. 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the red and went down. Dow rises more than 100 points as Apple leads tech shares higher. U.S. stocks rose on Tuesday as a rebound in tech shares offset lingering concerns over trade. Florence, a monster, maybe nothing like you ever seen. Hurricane Florence, a powerful Category 4 storm, is moving closer to North and South Carolina, will bring wind and waves that may be nothing like you've ever seen, North Carolina Governor Ray Cooper said Tuesday. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday night, and I'll see you back here later on this evening for our special primary result coverage once all the polls close, starting at 8 p.m. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. And I'll have more newscast tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Bye.